Good day buddies, in today's video I'm doing another dare from viewers. Since our last dare video had already reached the 200 likes milestone, which is the requirement for us to do the second dare. Sorry for those who's waiting for the foamcrete build video, but we'll be uploading it next episode for sure. Anyway, I've read all the dares on comments, and gathered all that's connected in ant keeping. And randomly picked one several months ago. To have some time to make it happen. Cause I'm not sure if the dare we're gonna picked will be needing some time to complete. We're gonna use the wheel I created on this mobile app to do the job. And here we go, we got the dare from our buddy Tim Smith, who dared us to make an ant war. Watch till the end buddies, and maybe you can help me on mind-blowing stuffs that you will witness on this video. Anyway, welcome back buddies. And for those new to the channel, you're also welcome to DColonyyt. Now that I'm doing this dare, I also dare you to like this video. And if it reaches at least 300 likes we're gonna pick a new dare from one of you buddies. You can also tap the share button to speed up the video on reaching the milestone. To set up an ant war, we're gonna need some containers. This will serve as the battleground and two nests of the opposite sides. We're gonna prepare it by drilling some holes for ventilation and connecting ports. We're also installing acrylic pipes to have a more stable tubing, cause we're housing aggressive ant species over here. We'll also apply an ant barrier. And of course, we're also adding substrate using cocoa peat. I'm also setting a starting hole for our queens. Anyway, we're using fire ant queens on this experiment. Cause they're aggressive, and the easiest to catch in my area, plus this are invasive species buddies, so why not use them on experiments rather than letting them die in the freezer? Anyway, the idea buddies is to let the two queens to establish their own colonies in separate containers. Then we're gonna connect them in one outworld after about 2 months. And let's see who will dominate the battlefield. Looks like the queen from Colonies got an early lead, cause she already started digging on the starting hole we've given. While Queen Bee is just chilling, walking around. We're gonna cover all the progress of the colonies before sending them to war, cause we will try to make the battle as fair as possible between the two colonies. After a week both colonies got about the same amount of eggs. Though our Queen Bee didn't use the starting hole we've given, and choose to dig her own nest near the corner. Both of the colonies have workers already, and it seems the soil cover of their claustral cells had some sort of openings now. So, let's offer them some honey. I tried to make the drops to have the same amount, as I want the food supply of both the colonies to be fair and square. Both of the honeys had been consumed at around the same time. The next day, we offered them a wet cotton for a freshwater source. And the same size of roach nymphs for their first ever insect meal. Both food sources were placed at the same distance to their nest entrances. As expected on fire ants. Both of them were voracious, but it's always Colonies who discover their food first. But I think it's fine since they have the same amount of food all the time. On their first month let's check their progress. Both colonies still have the same growth and amount of broods, 1 month to go before the war, so I continue to feed them fairly in the following weeks. and in their second month, the time has come to connect the two colonies together. But before we proceed, let's check their progress first. The two colonies got waste on their setup, which is not easy to clean at this rate. Cause both have several hundred of workers, or maybe reaching thousands now. We can see some workers here trying to break free to search for expansion. Colony A and B have this massive pile of broods. They're on about the same amount, I think. Anyway, I use white sand on the battleground so that the ant activities will be more visible. We'll also give them water feeders near the entrance of each nest. And connect the tubings. I also offered them roaches to attract more workers to go out from each nest. And see if the war will start in defending their food sources. A few workers now is on the battlefield, and this is the first worker face-off. After using their antennae, worker from Colony A rush back to their nest. No aggressions on the first meeting, but what will happen next was unexpected. Look at the second worker face-off buddies. What the? They just passed to each other, like nothing. Are the colonies agreed to a colony fused just like that? It even looks like they're sharing food. I never expected fire ants to be friendly, even if we consider they're an early stage. Or did I mess up on feeding them buddies? Should we just gave them only one roach in the middle to fight for? Or is this normal for a young fire ant colony to be unaggressive with the same species? I don't really know. Cause I never expected what is happening here right now. They don't look relaxed on the outworld, but there's no worker aggressions at all. Workers of Colony A are entering the nest of the opposite colony freely, and vice versa. It's unbelievable to see them behave like this. But it's good to know that we can brood boost this species using this trick. Anyway, workers of Colony A are transporting broods from Colony B to their nest. And same thing goes for Colony B worker, transferring broods from Colony A to B. Believe me buddies, it's been non-stop brood stealing between the two colonies in the first few days. Anyway, I continue to raise the colonies in the following months. Cause I wanna know if they will decide to eliminate one of the queens, cause this are monogene species. Or is it possible that these ants are another fire ant species? Which is polygynous, like the red imported fire ants. Solenopsis invicta. Did they already invaded my country? And it's not yet recorded? So many questions, but let me know what do you think buddies? Anyway, let's check them after being together for 2 months. Both of them grow in numbers, and the two queens are still present. In their third month together, there's still no war. But both colonies started to die out. They still have their queens, but it's obvious on reduced egg productions cause of the unhealthy nest, cause they never established a garbage site in the outworld on their first 2 months together. I can't clean their nest because too many workers are present. I knew this problem might happen in the long run, but I didn't expect this experiment to last this long. I thought an ant war will happen the first minute we connect them together. So, I didn't really mind the garbage disposal of the colony, and I didn't move them to a new setup, cause I don't have an available ant farm that can house a fire ant colony during this experiment. I tried making them a new setup, cause I wanna try to continue raising these two queen colony. But unfortunately I didn't make it on time buddies, causing the death of both colonies. I know this dare was to make an ant war video, but it didn't happen. So, just comment buddies if you want me to redo the dare, and do it with more mature colonies. Or should we try to raise at the same approach, again, but with more prepared setup? so that we can address the same problem properly if it happens again. Cause I'm still curious if this colony will stay in multi-queen status, but if not, how long? I just hope you have learned something from this video, guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button. That would help a lot. This is DColonyyt, saying goodbye for now, but hoping to see you on my next videos.